back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Casey, and if you are new to my channel, I would love for you to take one quick second and go down below and hit that subscribe button and click the little bell button so you'll never miss when I post a new video. So as you guys can tell by the title, this is going to be somewhat of a personal chit chat, get ready with me. I kind of abandoned my other channel just for the simple fact that I'm in a space in my life right now where I don't really want to vlog. If you've been watching me for a little while, then you know that I'm kind of going through this like self-discovery, self-journey type of thing. And I don't know, I just know I won't be vlogging that much of my life at this period, and anything personal that I want to share with you guys, I'm probably going to want to do it on this channel just because this platform is bigger and I know that it will reach more people. So yeah, from this point forward, I'll probably do my chit chat get ready with me's on this channel, and I just kind of want to talk to you guys about some things that I've realized since my last relationship, and just where I am in my self-growth journey. I'm actually getting ready to go to an interview right now. I'm just going to do a kind of simple everyday phase. This is my third interview for this position, so if I don't get it, I just feel like that's disrespectful. But fingers crossed, pray for me, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. I have a lot I want to say, so let's start. Also, I'm probably not going to talk about the products much that I'm using because I don't want it to be about the makeup look. I want you guys to focus on, you know, what I'm saying. Alright, so let me first start off by saying that if you've been following me for a few months, then you know that I was in a little relationship or whatever, and now I'm not. And honestly, since we broke up, we don't talk much. Like, we'll send like little funny tweets to each other every now and then, and have like small talk, but we don't talk nearly as much as we used to, obviously. And I just say that to say, like, on top of not talking to him, I haven't really been interested in talking to anybody else. I also haven't been really into trying to date or anything, so I've been pretty lonely these past few months, and I'm realizing now that this kind of season of lonely has had a bigger impact on my life than I thought. I live in Miami. I'm not from here. I'm from Baltimore. But I don't really have many friends here, honestly. There just aren't really many friend groups that I fit into. I have like 2 close friends that I met here at school, but other than that, I don't really have a lot of close friends here. And I'm not mad about that because I'm a pretty introverted person. Like, I don't really like to be out with a lot of people often. So it doesn't really bother me that, you know, I don't really have a big group of friends here. But my last relationship being long distance, he would just be that person that I would talk to, like through the phone or whatever, whenever I felt like I was really by myself. Like, he was my go-to. And now that I don't have him to talk to, I'm literally forced to talk to myself, which may sound crazy. I know that sounds crazy, but I've been forced to talk to myself. I've been forced to spend time with myself. I've been forced to literally indulge in my soloness. And I have a booger. Ooh. And the other day I was just thinking, like, why am I so lonely? And like low-key okay with that. You know, like, why right now am I so alone? Physically, obviously I have you guys and my social platform virtually, but like physically I'm literally alone. And now I'm just thinking that it's because God wants me to be. Like, this is just the place that he wants me to be in my life right now. It's crazy how after a relationship you kind of start to see things differently than you did while you were in it. Like, before him and even while I was with him, I felt like I knew myself. I felt like I was secure in myself. I felt like I was confident in where I was in my life, and I don't know, I really felt like I was good. But in reality, I'm realizing I don't really know squat about myself. And I definitely didn't know squat about myself while I was with him and dealing with him and stuff. Like, I'm literally just on this earth living. Like, no real purpose yet. No fire in my heart for myself. I'm literally just living. Like, I wake up, I look at my schedule. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna film this video today to post on Wednesday. Then I'm gonna work on my schoolwork. Then I'm gonna study. Then I'm gonna eat. Then I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna repeat it tomorrow. It's like I'm literally just here, but I don't feel fulfilled in anything that I'm doing right now. I don't feel like I've really found my purpose. And I feel like a lot of people, they see me and they're like, oh, she's so amazing. She's doing all these great things. She has so much going for herself, and, you know, she must be so happy. And it's just like, Now, obviously, I do get fulfillment from YouTube and helping people and showing people, you know, how to take care of their hair and inspiring people to be them and to go for what they want and all this stuff. But if you think about it, that doesn't really help me. I'm doing all this for you guys. And like I said, it does fulfill me to know that I am helping you, but for me and what I want and personally, it's just not completely fulfilling. And I'm not saying that to say that it's not enough, you know, like what the attention that I'm getting isn't enough, because it is. It's more than enough, and I'm so grateful and happy to have this platform, but there's just something that I'm missing that I haven't figured out about myself, and there's something that I'm supposed to be doing that I haven't pulled out of myself yet. I don't really know exactly what it is I want out of life, and because of that, I'm honestly not really secure in myself and what I'm doing. And that's exactly why I think God was like, girl, you ain't ready for no damn relationship. And he snatched it away from me like a little toy. Because that's honestly what it felt like when we broke up. It felt like I had everything that I wanted, and then out of nowhere, it just was taken from me. And I literally, for the life of me, could not figure out why. I honestly give too much, like way too much in relationships to be in one right now. Like, I pour myself into people. I invest in people. Like, I do a lot. It doesn't make any sense. And I think that being with him at the time that I was, not really realizing that there were things that I need to work on myself first, I kind of subconsciously pushed myself to ignore all my personal problems that really needed attention because I was so focused on him and our relationship. Like I said, it was a subconscious thing. Like, I wasn't purposely ignoring my own personal problems, but it's almost like I found happiness in him that I didn't have in myself. So I was kind of temporarily blinded from all the work that I really needed to do on myself before I could really be with him. And it wasn't that he didn't deserve the things that I gave to him and did for him. You guys saw, you know, I went all out for his birthday. And I definitely don't regret anything that I did for him, because he's an amazing person. He knows he's an amazing person. And he knows that I think he's an amazing person. But I just literally got so into being a good girlfriend that I wasn't putting nearly as much energy that I needed into myself. Like I had mentioned in the little breakup video, we broke up because he realized that he wasn't ready for a relationship, essentially. And when he first told me that he felt like he wasn't ready because he didn't feel good about himself, and that there were things that he prioritized over a relationship at the time, I was like, what? But at the time, I honestly felt like that was a sugar-coated excuse to just not want to be held accountable for all the responsibility that came with a relationship. Because it was like, he still wanted me around, but he didn't want there to be a title, because he didn't want to deal with the commitment. So I was like what? Like, that doesn't make any freaking sense. But now I'm kind of realizing, like, no, that was actually very smart not to keep me around. But for him to realize and be able to admit that there were things that he didn't feel good about himself that he needed to work on before he could really be with me the way he wanted to. But it honestly doesn't work to keep someone around while you're working on yourself. You know, it just doesn't work that way. It's not gonna work that way. And that's why essentially we had to break up, like completely, and not just, you know, without the title and still be messing around. And now I kind of wish that I hadn't stomped on him and the idea the way that I did originally, because like I said, when he first said it, I was like, have you lost your mind? Because like I said, I thought that he was just making excuses, and I wanted a valid reason, you know, for me to stick around and faithfully with no title, which like I said was a huge no for me. He never really gave me a reason why I should do that. And there also wasn't really much progression after we broke up as to where it would be worth, you know, waiting for. How can you give your all in a relationship when you're not really right with yourself? How can you love someone in the way they need to be loved if you don't even know how to love yourself? The fact that he knew that he had issues that needed to be fixed personally before he could give me what it is I really wanted and deserved, and that he was able to admit that to himself and admit that to me, was actually very mature. Like AF. Why it took me months to actually realize that, I don't know. To be honest, I think I was just pressed for the title at the time because I was afraid to lose him. Being long distance, I don't know, I can be kind of insecure, not in myself, but just in keeping a relationship for some reason. And not to compare him to other people or like my past relationships. Honestly, people have strung me along with no title and would tell me like, one day we will one day, and that one day would never come. So I think that I was just afraid to trust in that same situation with him, even though I know him well enough to know that we were friends prior to our little relationship fiasco, and he has my best interest at heart. He always has, and he always will. And also, he kind of mentioned to me a few days ago, we were having a conversation about something, and he mentioned that, you know, we actually really don't know what the future holds for us. Like, God could have us on hold until we're both in position to really be together in the way that we wanted to before. Possibly, maybe not. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. And I'm not really trying to think about that right now. But with all that being said, I realized that God is literally forcing me to fix all my personal problems. And until I stop procrastinating on working on myself and fixing them, you know, a lot of my blessings are going to be on hold. Like, I've been feeling super stagnant lately, like in all the areas of my life. But I think that it's just because I truly haven't been focusing on whatever it is that I need to fix about myself before God can release all of my blessings and before I can really truly progress. And that not only goes for relationships, that goes for like emotional growth, mental growth, financial growth. I feel like a lot of people our age, they want to do better, they want to have this life for themselves, but they're not willing to do the work. How can you expect God to bless you with something that you have not worked for? How can you expect him to invest in whatever your dream is or your prayers have been asking for if you're not working for it? Quite honestly, it's hard because I don't really know exactly what my issues are, and I don't know where to start when it comes to trying to fix them. But I just kind of decided that I won't let another day go by where I'm not trying and where I'm not actively working on myself. I kind of started the other day by just writing down things about myself that I don't like and that I want to change. Emphasis on the things that can be changed. We're not focusing on things that can't be changed. And I'm really just trying to dig deep into myself and force myself to get better at whatever it is I need to get better at before I can be better. It's going to be a huge mental thing, but it's also a very spiritual thing, because in all of this self-growth and stuff, I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to God in a sense. I'm honestly not the most like traditional prayer. I don't really get on my knees and pray, but I literally just talk. I just talk, and I just talk into the universe and into myself and into God. And there's no specific time for it. I just kind of do it like whenever I feel like I need to. And I'm trusting that opening up to him about certain things, he will guide me in the direction that I need to be in. He will help me get into position to find true happiness and stability. And I know that this road is not about to be easy. I literally just admitted that I have a problem. That was the hardest part, admitting it. But this is literally just the first step. And admitting that I was a little messed up and that I had some problems was hard enough. And now I gotta figure out the problems and fix them all. Like I said, it's not about to be easy, especially when you don't know where to start. I realized that I'll probably cry a few nights when I really get deep into it. Probably gonna feel like I'm not progressing some days, but I will tell you this, I will get it together regardless of what it takes and how long it takes, because that's what I want for myself. That's what I want for myself. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop until, well, I'm never gonna stop. Even when I do get everything that I want, it never really stops, because even when you do feel like you're in a stable place, and even when you do feel like you've gotten everything you've ever wanted, you have to keep going. You can't stop, because then you're just gonna downfall. All right, you guys, so that's pretty much all that I had to say. I will continue to update you guys on things that I realize about myself and things that I discover within this little self-growth journey that I'm going through. If there's anything that spoke to you or that you related to, feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!